If there's one thing that Honda does better than, well, just about every other car company, it's interior packaging. Even its SUVs have far more interior space than its exterior dimensions would imply. This all-new Honda HR-V is no different. The HR-V is yet another new entry into the rapidly growing subcompact SUV segment that includes the Jeep Renegade, Fiat 500X, Mazda CX-3, Chevy Trax, and if you squint a bit, a Subaru XV Crosstrek and Kia Soul. None of those are what we'd call spacious, and neither is the HR-V, at least if you're tall like me. This driver's seat does not adjust enough, I have zero thigh support, and in general, I'm just very uncomfortable. That personal gripe aside, if you're of an average height or shorter, the HR-V is actually kind of tremendous. This is a rear-facing child seat. As you can see, it fits back here. More importantly, even I still have enough room up front. You can't say that about most of those little SUVs. And as such, this is actually a pretty good choice for a young mom with baby number 1. Now, if you add baby number 2, I'm not so sure about that because basically no one can still drive if you move that over here. So if you have more than one kid, something bigger like a CR-V is probably going to be a better bet. Now, if only I could show you why. Oh wait, I can. Clearly, there's a lot more room in the back of the CR-V. And importantly, when you turn the child seat around, you're far less likely to be subjected to a preschooler doing the can-can into the back of your seat. There's also a far more comfortable driver's seat and substantially more cargo room. And yet, the HR-V's cargo area is enormous given its competition and its exterior dimensions. And here's why. It has the same magic seat found in the Honda Fit. You can flip it up to have a nice flat area in the back seat, or you can flip it down to make a very flat, very low load floor. As a result, this might not have as much cargo area as a CR-V, but it has way more than a Jeep Renegade or any of those other subcompact SUVs. As for the rest of the cabin, the HR-V trades some of the CR-V's functionality for extra style. Now, this is certainly more attractive, but there are some issues. This high center console, although it does have this deep, clever 2-level cup holder, doesn't have a lot of other space for small items. This under armrest bin is pretty small, and then there's this area underneath the center console where all the smartphone jacks are. Seriously, who thought that was a good idea? And then there's this touchscreen found on most trims. Just like in the Civic and in the new Pilot, it can be confusing to use. Some of the buttons are too small or not marked well enough, and there's no volume knob. Things aren't much better under the hood. There's only 141 horsepower, and even that's at the top of its rev range with no low-end power to speak of. In other words, it's really slow, and it feels really slow. There's also an awful lot of vibration at idle. Now, you do get best-in-class fuel economy, but it's tied with the CX-3 that's actually the quickest we've tested in the segment. It's also more responsive and fun to drive. So, if you're looking for a small SUV with the most interior space possible, this HR-V is definitely your best bet in the segment. However, there are enough drawbacks here to warrant taking a good long look at all of those rivals. But let us know which one you choose, and make sure to subscribe to the Edmunds YouTube channel for the latest car reviews and more.